Egads, I must be in a dream. I don't know about that. Friends, what the heck's going on out there? Oh, what the heck is a going down, going down? It is Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Time. That's when we start our Wildwood stream, a place of wildness. It is December 9th today, ladies and gentlemen. I decided today a guitar just arrived. I didn't have a chance to unpack it. Usually I like to unpack them and stretch the strings out a little bit. But it literally just came 5 minutes ago. So I've already set up a couple of my Wildwood 10 guitars and one of my Gristle Masters that I thought would be fun to play today for you crazy kids. For you crazy kids. All right, I think I've shared accordingly. That's correct. Adam Baum is in the house. Alex is in downtown Kohler, Wisconsin. Good sounding Strat. This is a Wildwood 1057. This one I do have outfitted with my Fishman Fluence pickups in it. But this is an extraordinary sounding guitar. Ash body. Let's do this. Oh, come on, thing. I just said, come on, thing. Well, what are you doing, dummy thing? Oh, this is what I have to do. I have to go over here and hit this here, and then it'll work for me now. There we go. All right, there we go. There is the relic. Very tastefully done, I think. Slightly relict. Dirty blonde, I think, is what we're calling this. And I do have the Fishman back panel on there because I have the Fishman pickups in it. But I got this guitar, good Lord, 10 years ago now, maybe. And I've got a lot of miles on this rascal. And it is a Wildwood 1057 Strat. It's like all Wildwood 10s. It's got a quarter sawn maple neck and 6105 frets, 10-inch radius. Nice light body on this piece. But it's a great sounding guitar. String went a little flat on grade. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a Wildwood 1057 Strat. And dirty blonde. It's just so doggone dirty. All 5 positions of the toggle switch sound on. Someone asked if these are battery powered. They are indeed. That's why this battery pack is on the back. And there's a lithium-ion battery back here. There's a little mini USB charger thingamabob on it. And that gives you, after an hour and a half charge, you get 300 hours of plugged-in playing. Yeah. The regular pickups that come in the guitar are fantastic. But the Fishman Fluence pickups for me is what I gig with. I like, because this room is very, very noisy. I think I've talked about that in the past. And these pickups are noiseless and they have 2 voices. So it's pretty fantastic. You know what would be interesting to do is, since you've just heard this Wildwood 10 Strat with these pickups, thin nitrocellulose lacquer on this. Let's grab my old custom shop Strat here, which also has the Fishman pickups on it, just so we can hear the difference in the sound between the 2 guitars. Now this guitar, it's I ordered this when they weren't doing nitro again in the custom shop. So this is actually a polyurethane finish on here. It's still an ash body. Strats, they're always fun, aren't they? If you look at them, they have some tuning problems. That's just my opinion. I'm not exactly a MacGyver type soul. If I put some more juice, if I put some doggone juice in the at the contact points, some they have nut sauce and graphite and things of this nature. Wildwood 10 again and again with that same amount of heat. With that same amount of heat, that same amount of meat. Wildwood Tans isn't open. Tell Wildwood to open up their showroom floor. Robbie, I have no control over such things. Guitar sounds magnificent. Definitely sounds magnifico. Some Richie. Have I ever played a Richie Kotzen signature guitar? No, I never have. Although I think it has a big old neck on it, so I'd probably dig it. I don't recall ever playing one, to be honest. Other than the fact that for some reason I don't recall ever doing a video. I might have. All I can remember is that maybe it's got a big neck on it. Am I right or am I right? Well, for the Wildwood streams, it's just me. Someone asking if we're going to have a full band on it. We only do the full band on Fridays at the, and then when we do some stuff to gather on the weekends or through my website on the weekends. But Matt Frampton, you rascal, Curb Lord, Curb Lord, can you dig it? I like that kind of talk. Man, it sounds good. I want to tell you that right now. That's why I say to the people, the Wildwood 10s are the best. The Wildwood 10s are the best. Derek says, any word on when the head and cab will be in? I'm not 100% sure. I know that it's coming. Derek, if you wanted to, you could call up to the people or email the people at Wildwood and say, listen, when a head and cabinet comes in, I want it. Call me as soon as you know it's coming in. And they'll be able to keep you apprised of exactly when they come. But there are some good things happening with the Koch Amp Frontier. That's the amplifier I'm playing right now as we speak, as a matter of fact. My signature amp with Koch amplifiers. Anyway, there's going to be a new distributor in the States. So I think that the supply chain, as far as when they're coming from the Netherlands to the U.S. of A., it's going to be able to be distributed a little bit more rapidly, I think. This is my hope. How did I do that ending on this one? Oh, I did a little bit of harmonic activity. Want to see that again? Up close and personal. So I'm doing the harmonics up here with my right hand. So I'm 12 frets up with this finger, and then I'm using this finger to hit that same string to give it the harmonic. Right? Oh, no, actually, I'm using the pick and the finger on the G string, and then my ring finger's on the high E string at first. Always skipping strings. So it's like. It is a super resonant guitar, but that's the way these doggone Wildwood 10s are. They just kick buttocks, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a technical term. What does a Wildwood 10 do? Well, it kicks buttocks. That's what you want in a guitar. Smaller neck on this rascal. Jennifer Batten, she's in the house, Jennifer Batten. What's going down? I'm here in the orange room doing my thing, Jennifer. Is that a figured maple neck? It's got a little bit of a flame to it. It is a relict verge, but it does have a bit of a flame to it. But just very, very subtle. It's very subtle. And anywho, this guitar kicks buttock, as I said earlier. Wildwood 10, 57 Strat, although this one is loaded with Fishman Fluence pickups. The special Wildwood 10 deliciously underwound glorious Strat pickups that you can get in your regular Wildwood 10 are fantastic. These are impervious to noise and they have multiple voices. And I know from a pretty good source that soon Wildwood will be a distribution source. Well, not distribution, but you'll be able to get Fluence pickups there. But for now, I'm just showing these guitars so that you can get your nostrils flaring, which is always a good sign that you're enjoying an instrument. And this is, again, a 57. It's got a smaller neck on it, which I kind of, in my old age, am digging the smaller necks. Bigger necks, I've always been known to have big old clubby necks. But it's kind of nice to be able to just let my big old mitt slide around it with this doggone toothpick. Get rid of some plaque. Get rid of some musical plaque with this toothpick. Well, that sounds gross. Sorry. Anyway, there you go. So this is, again, transparent. I like that ash body. I dig it. Now I'm going to go to my telly that I have. That is a Wildwood 10. And that is this rascal right here. I got a lot of miles on both of these guitars. I've been on tour with these guitars quite a bit. They've been with me over in Europa. And the whole first Koch Marshall Trio record was pretty much done on this guitar, or most of it. And I toured after that with this guitar. A lot of recordings done on this instrument. And it is a 55 Wildwood 10 Telly. Who's asking that? Joey Jojo. Does the 10 indicate the fretboard radius? That's one of the things it indicates. Originally, I think there were 10 things that were different about the guitars. And, but I know 10-inch radius is certainly 6105 frets, under a certain weight, quarter saw neck, yada, 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 certain pickups. Can you do it? Just how awesome this guitar sounds. It is a Wildwood 1055 Telecaster. It's got that 54 U-shaped neck on it, so this neck has some girth. 6105 frets, 10-inch radius, quarter saw neck, really light body. and it rocks like a warrior of the night. Neck pickup is a 7. Sounds wicked. It's a Wildwood 10. That's why. So years ago, Wildwood wanted guitars done a certain way that the custom shop wasn't doing at the time. Back in the day, the custom shop did not offer a vintage style guitar with flatter radius and taller frets. They just didn't do it. They made faithful reproductions and relic reproductions of the old guitars. Wildwood's like, if we order enough of them, can we do our own thing? And they said, sure, if you order enough of them. So they started doing these things called Wildwood 10s. So they're like, our customers want a 10-inch radius, taller frets, 6105. They want quarter saw necks. They want certain pickups. They want this, that, and the next thing. And that's what they started to do, and they became wildly successful. And to be honest, after a period of time, Fender started doing a lot of the things that Wildwood started off with because they were just damn good ideas. And they continue to this day. They do all kinds of interesting things. So this, again, this is a guitar I've had for about 10 years as well. Yeah, something like that. And it is a Wildwood 1055 Tele Relic. Again, ash body, quarter saw maple neck, 54 U-shaped neck on this bad boy, 6105 frets, and 10-inch radius. And this one has my signature set of Fishman Fluence pickups in it. But the Wildwood pickups are fantastic too, but they're regular single coils, but they're special, specially wound to Wildwood's specifications for their guitars. A lot of times they're handmade Josefina pickups, twisted Tele pickups, so on and so forth. What camera am I using for a live stream? I've got two different cameras. I've got a Sony A7 III, that's this camera. Right here, this is a Canon, whatever the hell it is. It's a Canon. And those are the two I go through. And then I've got a little webcam-y thing that I have on the ground that you can see. And this little thing right here lets me go between the different shots. So that's my main shot. The middle one is this shot. And this one is for the floor shot. So you can see what I've got going on. I actually got a cool little pedal here the other day. Wildwood doesn't carry these yet, but they should. I had one of these years ago, and a guy modified the circuit a little bit, and he sent it to me. And I've just been having a blast with it. That's it's basically, it's different from my harmonic vibrato that's on the amp. The harmonic vibrato on the amp sounds like this, which is big and glorious. This is a tighter Lonnie Mac Magnatone vibrato. Well, sorry, I'm warming up. I'm sitting in with Rick Nielsen tonight, and the family in the Dax. Nielsen reached out to me to sit in with the Nielsen Family Trust tonight at Shank Hall in beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So that's going to be good, clean fun. Can you dig it? Yes. Can you dig it all? Is Milwaukee also home of the Red Letter Media? I did not know that. I did not know that. I did not know that. It's going to be fun tonight, I'll tell you that. We're going to play some jams. Also, I'm going to do that. Yes. Can you dig it all? I can dig it. Lawton Childs asked, can I talk a little bit about Robbie Robertson? Well, he certainly was a hell of a songwriter. Certainly enjoyed those jams. He had some telly acumen going on, more of a rhythm guy. His lead playing wasn't really my feeling his strongest suit, but he came up with great parts, and his songs were of the best of the best. Am I right or am I right? Or the band? That's correct. Is that not the red Telecaster on the cover of the Brave New Blues book? That is exactly correct. This is that very guitar that's on the cover of that book. Can you dig it? little sus chord in rock and roll, never a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Can you dig it? Yeah, I pressed that button in for a little extra something, something. Magnetone sounds diggity doggone good. I like it. Now for kicks and giggles, I also have put a link to a 55, a guitar very similar to this at Wildwood, a Wildwood 1055 Telecaster from the Fender Custom Shop. That's what this is. And amp and pedal settings. Well, that is my signature Koch amplifier, the Greg, and EQ settings are all treble, bass, and middle are all at 12 o'clock. I got the gain at 3 o'clock. The master of that channel is on about 1 o'clock, and the overall master is not very loud. But yeah, that's what it does. It just gets delicious and dirty. It gets delicious and dirty. Here's a foot pedal of the amp. There you go. It's on the lead channel with the gain boost on, and that's what's getting that sound. And these are my Fishman Fluence pickups in that guitar. This next guitar I'm going to grab is and there's a link to a black one there's 3 colors available. There's the Tosa Turquoise, this beautiful Venetian gold, And there's a glorious like midnight black. I think that's what they're calling it. And there is one of those available at Wildwood, and I did put a link to that very guitar on the information for this stream. Someone asked if these guitars are available in left-handers at this point in time. They are not, unfortunately, because the pickups can't be done left-handed yet, from what I understand. Now, you may be able to call Fishman up and say, hey, how do I make a left-handed set of these rascals, or find out somewhere to get a hold of them and ask if that's possible. Just got my WoW Red in the mail. Can you dig it? Awesome, Aaron. Enjoy it. Enjoy it in good health. I like that kind of talk. Someone asked what kind of neck. I usually prefer maple, but this is ebony on this one. I do have a rosewood boards, few rosewood boards as well. I have a tendency to gravitate towards maple. That's just the way it is. Can you dig it? Yes. Again, folks, if you've ordered my Best of Greg Koch book, I'm a little miffed that they haven't showed up yet here on my doorstep. I did get some samples in the mail. I'm like, I got the samples. Where's my order? So unfortunately, they did not arrive yet today. I'm hoping tomorrow I will get them all signed up, and then I will send them out to my guy who will get them to their destination. But we did pre-sales, and so if you're wondering where the heck your book is, so am I. But they will be signed up and sent to you ASAP. Can you dig it? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This guitar, ladies and gentlemen, is my Gristle 90. One of my signature Reverend guitars. This guitar comes in 3 colors. This is the Venetian Gold. Right now, Wildwood only has one in stock, which is a black one, which is beautiful color as well. I'm waiting to get my black one. The guitars are selling quite well, thank goodness. And so when they come into a place, they usually head out right away. So it's been hard for me to get my black one, but I'll be okay. But there is one available at Wildwood. I do have a link to that guitar, that very guitar that's available in the information or the description of this video. Also, there is a link to a 57 Wildwood 10 Strat, like this one right here. And the Telly as well, which is over here. Boy, it's hard to do that when you're looking at the screen, isn't it? Can you dig it? As the scrolls foretold. That's right, Annenbaum. Panos, wherever Hal Leonard products are sold or distributed, you should be able to get my book, FYI. So if you're in overseas someplace and you're wondering where to get the book, if you have a Hal Leonard distributor, which you should because they're a big time publisher, you should be able to get the guitar. Or, sorry, the book. Sorry, my brain. My brain. Elbar says, played 2 of my guitars yesterday, missed my Black Gristle 90. They're back in their cases. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Yes, Eddie Leon. You are correct. Yes. So, also, folks, don't forget about the True Fire course, which is out now, which, of course, you can get through my website, or if you belong to True Fire, you can certainly check the course out there. It's called Gristleman Guitar. I do all kinds of stuff on there. Chicken picking, slide playing, pinch harmonics, blues phrasing, blues bending, standard tuning slide, all kinds of stuff. Funky comping, shuffle comping, yada, 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 yada. You can get that through my website, gregkoch.com. I'm so excited to be playing in this jam tonight. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. If you live in southeastern Wisconsin, although I don't know how many people tuning in are from southeastern Wisconsin. They're over me. But I'm playing tonight at Shank Hall with the Nielsen Family Trust. I'm going down there for a sound check in a little bit, in about an hour from now, as a matter of fact. And playing a couple tunes with them. It's going to be a lot of fun. First Led Zeppelin concert story, please. I unfortunately was not old enough to see Led Zeppelin. I would have been old enough to see them on their 1980 tour, and I was planning to go see them in Chicago at the Chicago Stadium. But then John Bonham died, which was horrible, and I did not end up seeing the Zepp. In 77, I would have been 11, so I was not around. Will I play any concerts in Europe in 2022? We're hoping so. We are hoping so. What amp am I taking to the gig? That's an excellent question, Eric. Just because I don't want to mess around with any pedals, even the foot switch or the amp, I'm probably just going to bring my Vibrolux and just turn it up and then plug this guitar into it. And that should get the job done. Can you dig it? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Does Mrs. Koch go to these gigs? Hell no. She'll come out and see the band every now and again, my band, but other stuff like this, no. No, 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 no. Can you dig it? Any last questions here before I sign off for the day and prepare myself for my great... is that a reish Vibrolux, asked Steve Karras? Yes. It's my custom Vibrolux. The blonde ones, the first year they came out in 95, I believe. They had blonde Tolex, and I have 2 of those. And I'm taking one of them, and I'm going to turn it up to about 7. And the normal channel, because the normal channel also has reverb on those custom Vibroluxes, but it does not have the bright already on. And what strings do I use, Derek? I use Diodario NYXL 10 through 46. Can you dig it? Enjoy tonight. I will indeed. Show us something diminished and tasty. Interesting. Interesting. It's very simple, but come on now. There you go. Something like that. Page better than Hendrix. Steve, I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. You know what? It's strange. I mean, I understand it because that's kind of just the way society is oriented, but the whole idea of competition between guitar players, it's really not a thing. It's like everyone has their own voice. Yes, certain people have certain skills. Some people are really, really good at one thing, and that's it. But they're extraordinarily famous at that one thing, and everyone's like, they're the best ever. I'm like, okay, well, if you like that, that's great, and that's all well and good. And then there's somebody who can do a whole bunch of things really, really well, but because they're not in a huge famous band, people are like, oh, I don't know, is that good? So it just is. If you enjoy it, it's great. That's my motto. I love George Harrison. He was fantastic. Was he a great, outstanding soloist? He did what needed to be done, and his solos were very memorable. If you can sing a solo, doggone it, that's a damn good solo. The solo on Something, fantastic. When I was teaching at that school up in Minnesota for a stretch, I would force those kids to be able to play that solo. Now, I'm not really into playing solos verbatim, but that is one solo someone should learn as an example of this is a perfect guitar solo. Who's with me on that? George Harrison, diggity doggone, or our buddy John Lennon, his solo in Get Back, primal and delightful. Okay, that whole part, savage, dig it. All right, listen, I'm gonna check out here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Wildwood, for supporting our activities here. I will have a delicious Wildwood 10 that they just sent me. It just arrived shortly before I went on air, and I'll have that for next Tuesday. And there you have it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And again, there are links in the description of this video that you can go right to the Wildwood site and check out some of the guitars I've been talking about here. Can you dig it? Thank you so much. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye for now.